Well, hello again, all miniature lovers on the interwebs. I'm Doc Eon. It's a Monday, and I'm here to ramble. This week, the week of the Monday, the 29th of June, 2026, I'm rambling about 3 more Malifaux minis. I've done 3 more Punk Zombies in a different color scheme than the last 3, but they're all the same because I was lazy. And yeah, you know, you've seen these models before. They're pretty much the same, kind of speed painted, little halfway sloppy, but you know, good enough for minions, for run-of-the-mill monsters. And yeah, not a whole lot else to say except explain why I didn't do it more, but we'll talk about that once we move on to the works in progress. So I wanted to have Nicodem here finished by today. I mean, he's not that difficult. If you look at the art for him, it's mostly one color. It's just his coat is all purple, and but. So the reason I didn't get them done, the 3 that I finished during the weekdays, and then I was going to do this guy over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, maybe a little bit on Sunday, but we had an don't want to exaggerate and say one of a kind, but we had a huge heat wave, the likes of which I have not seen in a long time. It was extremely hot here. I don't handle that well. My brain sort of just slows down, and my energy goes way down, and I can't bring myself to sit still in the sweltering heat and paint. Anyway, hopefully that'll clear up a bit. Anyway, so I prepped these 2 because they were easy. They were single-piece minis. They required basically no cleanup because they were 3D prints. They are 3D prints. And so I just had to, you know, wash them, prime them, in this case baste them. And now I've done just some black lining. And yeah, we'll see how far we can progress by next week. Now for the avatar version of Nicodem, this is progressing slowly. I'm like gluing on one piece at a time. So I've assembled the chair. I put the chair, the guy in the chair, and I put 2 carrying zombies. And there's 2 more carrying zombies that need to be attached before I can like position on the base and decide where I actually need to drill holes. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work out that it's these pre-made holes. That was dumb of me to drill those out first because I should have checked. Thing is, it's going to be pretty crowded. It's going to be difficult to get these guys in there properly. Oh, and here's Nicodem's arms resting on the chair. And here's a zombie, loose zombie, which is just sticking up out of the ground. So yeah, there's a lot going on here. But by next week, I'll make sure to have this fully assembled and primed. I gotta manage that. That's not a promise, but it's a very strong goal. Oh, you might have noticed I've done some pre-priming. I've just put some black primer on some places that I expect will be hard to reach once I finally assemble everything. So I'm doing that sort of in advance, just in case I can't reach it for painting when it's done. There's some black in there to give some shade at least. It's not glinting metal. That's the idea. Anyway, let's look at some figures and see what else is happening. So with all the stuff still in the queue, I'm not going to add a whole lot to it. I have picked out 2 Reaper minis. First off, we have Raza Twinsight, who is kind of a witchy type. And I was thinking painting her up like a hag. I realized out of all the witchy characters I have painted, all the witches, none of them I've really painted as hags in the D&D sense. Like, I have one green hag. I have one that's sort of greenish skin. I don't have a blue hag. This one is actually too young and pretty to be a blue hag, but let's say she's a blue hag in shapeshifted form. So, looking normal, not her hag self. I don't think there are any minis for hags in hag form. Not that I've seen. That it's very unusual. Anyway, so I'll paint this one blue skinned for just to be different and to have something that can stand in as a nice hag. Then we have the Invisible Man. This is just completely random, just a fun, like, modern horror trope or sci-fi. This is like the Invisible Man from the old, what is it, 1920s or 30s movie, based on the H.G. Wells story. Like, he's not invisible here. He's covered up in clothes and bandages, so, but his body is invisible underneath that. And yeah, just a fun side project, not for any particular purpose. And with that, I think this episode is over. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it and followed me thus far. Just, share and subscribe and everything that you do on YouTube. But above all, be back here next week. Same day of the week, same channel, same Dakian, who for now is Sun.